Hello, everybody. A long time no see. Welcome back to another episode. Yup, we're back and in full effect. Okay, we got a lot of life updates. Somehow I'm still filming this shit on my computer. But hey, at least you can't see how bad I look. Okay, first of all, I'm drinking my tea. I'm trying to get ready for bed. There's a lot going on. To be honest, I almost didn't film this shit and nobody gives a fuck for real, but I'm just so fucking busy and I'm so fucking tired, ho. What the fuck? What the fuck? But that leads me into my first little update. Your bitch is fully employed. Okay, yes, air horn effects. Because I fucking am. I almost used this word, but it didn't make sense. That's why I paused like that. But I am fully employed. Okay, I work literally 9 to 5:30 Monday through Friday. But that's just for now because I'm in training, and then it is going to change. But yeah, so that's why I'm drinking my tea. It's literally 10 o'clock. I actually honestly do want to be already asleep in the bed, but I could feel myself procrastinating, and I said, no, ho. Get up, talk your shit for the fucking 5 people that listen to you, and lock the fuck in. And that's what I chose to do. Oh god, fuck. I have to drink this fucking peppermint tea because I have fucking, problems, so. And it helps with digestion, I guess. I don't really know, but it's kind of a lot going on. Anyways, okay. I got a lot of cover and not a lot of time. I'm putting myself on a fucking time limit because if not, I sit here and yap about shit that has no genuine benefit to anybody's life. So, oh, burped. Oh my god. Okay, so here we go. So obviously, first little life update, I have a job now. Also, I'm coming at you from a different angle today because normally when I film this, you can't really see my face, but, I just feel like it's always dark, depressing, and emo in this bitch, and, maybe we shouldn't do that anymore. But yeah, my thoughts on my new job, okay? Moving forward, moving on. Considering the place I was in when, I started doing this podcast and everything, feels really good. Honestly, it feels really good to have a purpose. It feels really good to have something to do every day. I do, I can't really tell if that's gonna wear off at some point, which maybe it will. But it's nice to know I have a paycheck coming in and, a good paycheck coming in and somewhere to be, and the days honestly go by fast. 9 to 5:30 is a long time, but once you're there, it kind of just zooms by. I am starting to get tired though. I went out both nights this weekend, which normally is something I would do if I didn't have this job, and I did it. And today I went to work and I was like, oh my god, I understand why people stay in the fucking house now. I am so fucking tired. Holy shit, it catches up with you. But I like it. I will say this though, okay? This is gonna kind of lead me into one of my topics. I am one. Okay, there's 2 women. I'm one of them, and I'm the youngest one in my entire training group. So that is certainly interesting to me because, I don't really have I don't have a lot of experience, I should say. Well, no, let's be real. I don't have any experience, okay? And some of these men have been working in sales for years, and I don't know if it's an internal thing, but I feel like they're waiting for me to fail, which is kind of driving me to succeed because I think ultimately, internally, I am a competitive person. I grew up doing sports and being athletic and being an athlete, and I am in this phase of my life where I want to prove everyone wrong, including myself. And that's something I'm working on, especially with the mindset I've had. I touched on this in the last episode where, I have this anxiety. So it's I'm trying to prove myself wrong about everything I'm anxious about. Oh, I don't think I'm going to be good at this job. Okay, let me prove myself and everyone that I think may be thinking that about me, because that's ultimately what's driving it. I'm like, oh, well, everyone's going to think this and that about me. So, okay, prove them wrong. And that's kind of just been something I've been trying to do and work on. I also think that these men are just used to a certain work environment. And maybe I'm just not used to work environment at all because I'm 21 years old. But I mean, they're cool, they're chill. But it's just weird. I don't know how to explain it. But anyways, yeah, so one of the things I've been really kind of I've just been challenging myself lately. That's really what my focus has been, and like proving myself wrong, as I just said. And it's been honestly so rewarding. Like, I've done so many things that I never genuinely thought I could do, and it's like the simplest thing. Like, for example, I used to always say, I'm so bad at baking, I can't bake. Okay, let me not toot my own horn because it only happened once, but I challenged myself and I was like, you know what? It was for my grandma's birthday, and I was like, you know what? I'm gonna challenge myself and I'm going to make a 3-layer chocolate cake. Chocolate what? Chocolate cake. And I'm gonna make the whole thing from scratch myself. And I did. And it actually turned out good. And when I tell you, I was so surprised because I like believed I could do it. You know what I mean? But I actually did it and it was like, wow, like this shit is actually working. What the fuck? I, have this new job now that I had some connects, so ultimately that's why I got the job. But, also my own personal efforts, like proving myself wrong in that like career aspect. And now my drive is to like set these goals for myself and achieve them. Oh, another thing I did. I was like, I'm like really into working out right now. I've been, taking that pretty seriously. And I was like, I want to train for something. Like I want to have a goal or something to work towards. And I'm going to start swimming laps because I'm going to do like swim and then run race. I don't know. Normally it would be a triathlon, but there's no biking, so it's not like a race like that, you know what I mean? But so I literally bought a Speedo, not a Speedo, but like, one of those fucking swim things. I literally used to swim when I was younger. Like I used to be on the swim team. Like I hated it. So I was like, you know what? I'm going to start swimming laps. And a couple days ago I went and I just started. I'm not saying I was good or anything like that, but I did it. And that's like the first, like I've been doing all these things that I've said I'm going to do. And just kind of like proving that to myself has been really rewarding. It's like I can actually do anything I put my mind to. And it's crazy, like, that you don't really realize that is like the own power that you hold and just being disciplined overall. And yeah, like I just think that's been something I've been really trying to emphasize recently, and it's been paying off. It's been rewarding, and I want to continue to do it. I'm going to find things. Now the key is for me is to stay consistent with it. Okay, you swam laps one time, girl. That's not going to make you any better. So just staying in the consistency of it. I was trying to up my Duolingo streak, and once again, I fucking lost it, but whatever. I'll get her back. Fuck. Sorry, that was weird. But I don't know. There was something else I wanted to touch on, but I think I kind of forgot what it was. Anyways, but let me just wrap that segment up by saying, like, just finding one thing or like something that challenges yourself and being able, like, genuinely, like, guys, you should do this. Like, find something and achieve it. It can be a small goal, it can be a big goal, because I have bigger goals as well. But it's like, I want to prove to myself that I can do these insignificant small things that I never thought I would be able to. And now I'm doing it. And it's like, okay, like, what's the next step? What's the next step? Like, do you see what I mean? I need to work on speaking more eloquently because I feel like the words I say, like, don't go together well. Like, I'm like, yo, you know what I mean? Like, no. Like, use your vocab, bitch, like, lock in. I don't know. That's gonna be my next challenge is I feel like I don't even like upping my vocabulary, enhancing my vocabulary. There you go. There you go. That's my next challenge. Sorry guys, my friend called me. My friends called me, so I had to talk to them for a second. But okay, anyways, I'm locking back in. I just put this cup of tea on my bed, and I know it's gonna spill, but I'm gonna leave it there anyway. It's just to live life on the edge a little bit. Okay, yeah. Back to what we were talking about. Just challenging yourself, honestly. Like, I don't know. I just feel like, and not to sound so like whatever about it, but I feel like life is starting to take a turn for me, and it's because I am challenging myself and I'm proving myself wrong. I'm proving all these doubts in my head that were scaring me away from doing these things that were definitely achievable, like out of my mind. And I don't know. But yeah, I think that this is kind of like a reflection moment for me, like kind of a reflective episode because like when I started this, I was literally screaming and crying and like, oh my God, I have no life, I have no future. And now it's kind of like I'm in this place where it's like, it's what you make out of it. Things will look up, things will get better. It's just hard to see it when you're in it. And that was, I mean, that shit was valid. Like I genuinely was down bad. So that's exciting. And I'm excited to see what the future. I'm not gonna probably be at this place long term because I am still moving. So that's also something I'm gonna have to begin to look forward to. But yeah, this has just been like, I don't know why I was crashing out so hard. I mean, I do know why. I just felt like I was driving down the road, no hands on the wheels, my eyes are blindfolded, and I don't know where I'm going. And that's genuinely what it felt like. But now that I'm on the other side of it, it's like, okay, here's what I'll say about it. And this is actually always like something that's been in the back of my mind. And like, I think in that moment, or like during that little time period, I doubted it for a second, where it's like I've always kind of had to have my own back. I've had to have like the only person you can, I believe this, the only person you can ever truly, genuinely rely on is yourself. And, that has nuances. Obviously, I have friends and a family that support me and all this stuff, but I can't tell if it's me being hard on myself or me just being like pushing myself because I know what I deserve and pushing my limits, you know what I mean? And I know I'm always going to fall back and I'm always going to be okay because I've never let that happen to me, and I don't plan to ever let that happen, you know what I'm saying? But that was like the first time in my life where, the next step wasn't necessarily planned. And yeah, you can always depend on yourself, but when the plan is already kind of set out for you, you just have to really bet on yourself to achieve it. You don't have to bet on yourself to carve the pathway, you know what I mean? So I think that's really what it was. And even now, using that mindset, it's like I'm in this field that I have no experience in. 0%, nothing. And it's a sales job, which is, I think that this really feeds into me and like this exact mindset that I'm just explaining to you because it's you get what you get what you give. Okay. So if you put in 100%, you're going to get 100% back, which I think I like that aspect, but I just don't really have any sales experience, quote unquote. So I think that this is going to be another one of those challenges to prove myself that I can actually just do anything I put my mind to. And like the other day, because now I know I'm going to have a steady income and do all these things, it's like, okay, these are now all of the big challenges I want to tackle. Like I can do all these small challenges like baking and swimming and working out and doing Duolingo or whatever it may be. But my big challenges are, okay, I see this future for myself. How am I going to get there? And so it's just kind of like, okay, here's the goal. And I think thankfully I'm young enough to set this out for myself because I was having this conversation with my mom. It was like, what if I end up liking sales and I want to just pursue a career in sales? Then what? But I think that the bigger picture is bigger than even that. So like for me, I know I want to have a future where I have multiple forms of income. So it's like another thing that I did was investing in stocks. I took a little bit of my money. I didn't do a lot, and it's actually been paying off. Like that was another challenge. It was like I'm always saying I'm going to invest my money. I'm going to invest my money, and then I actually just did it. I'm not saying I'm like making millions in crypto day trading, whatever the fuck it's called. I'm not doing that, and I'm not even doing crypto because I don't know shit about that. Okay, it's so fucking confusing. But it, like, just proving to myself that, I've known that I can have my own back, but to free fall and catch myself and, like, be able to still do these challenges has just kind of shown me another level of that feeling or belief that I have, you know? And I will preface this by saying you don't have to be solo all the fucking time. Like I said, I have a support system that I would not be anywhere without anybody. So, you know, but I have these challenges that I want to meet. I want to have multiple sources of income. I want to just have, like, I want to do little things like this. Like, even this podcast to me, like, is something that I hold the value, so I want to do it. What does the future hold with this? I don't know. It's probably just for shits and gigs and whatever. But, I'm just holding these things to a higher standard in my life, I guess you could say. And yeah, and I think, I don't really know what to think, honestly, but I think it's definitely changed my perspective and my mindset. It's like, just, I don't know. But it's definitely gotten a lot better since, obviously the beginning of this. But, yeah, I don't know. It's just so fucking crazy. Like, it's so weird. I literally have to fucking go to work every day. Like, I have to pack my lunch before. I'm like, oh my god, I'm a corporate baddie, corporate slay. First of all, can we talk about, okay, let's, like, ease up with all this fucking hard ass shit, like, like, about whatever the hell I have going on in my life. But can we talk about how people are getting fired for fucking corporate siren outfits? What? What even, what is happening with that? Like, I saw that on TikTok and I was like, y'all are wearing this to work? Oh, okay. Yeah. Slay. It's giving, but it's given promoted to customer. Yeah. You can't wear that shit to work. But if I could be a corporate office siren, I would be. Trust. Thankfully, I'm allowed to wear jeans in my workplace, so trust. Anyways, okay. I don't really know. I didn't really plan this episode. Like I said, I'm tired. I'm fucking literally just doing this to hold myself fucking accountable. As I just fucking spent 20 minutes talking about. But yeah, this is kind of a little life update. It's been, oh my god, okay, wait. There was this one thing that happened that also, that was like, kind of like a reality check moment. Like, oh my god. So I was at my old job, like, when I was working at that fucking dumbass pizza place. Now that I don't work there anymore, fuck all of you. Seriously. Oh my god. Oh, I've been waiting to let that one out. They piss me off in a way that I cannot explain to you. Why are you yelling? Why? Oh my god, I had this manager and she would just find shit to yell at. She's just finding shit to be mad about. And it's like, girl, that's why you look 30 years past your age. Fucking shut up. Holy shit. Like, I hate people that are just angry as fuck all the time for no fucking reason. Like, why are you yelling at me right now? What? Open your eyes and look at the scenario. Why are we yelling? Take it down a couple notches. The fuck? Shit was so crazy. Oh my god. But anyways, they were just, it's like, okay. No, because, like, I don't think y'all get it. Like, you know what I mean? Like, when you're just, like, working that job that you just fucking hate going in there. Like, I just go in there and my attitude is already bad because it's like, I actually hate being here with all of my being. Like, my last day there, I was like, yes, God, fucking thank you. So yeah. I don't work there anymore. But, slay. Oh yeah, so when I was working there was this boy and he had been applying to college, which, by the way, somebody was like, what grade are you in? Bitch, I graduated college. And I said that. He literally asked me, he was like, what grade are you in? Because they're all fucking teenagers. And I was like, I just actually graduated college. And he was like, you look so young. And I was like, because hopefully I don't age. But I was like, yeah, I graduated, and then we started talking, and I was like, okay, like, what are you gonna go to school for? Because he's like apparently going off to college, and he was saying business, and I was like, oh, I went to school for business, and then we were talking, and I was like giving him tips, and I was like telling him all the things I wish I would have known, you know, like, hey, you have to lock in, you have to do this, get on LinkedIn super early, do all these things. Like, I wish somebody would have told me this, because I mean, thankfully I have this job now, because I, like, at that time, like, I had already gotten this job, it just hadn't started yet, like this new job that I'm at. So I told him, I was like, I got this job, but that's because, I mean, I think I would like to think at least that I'm able to get a job on my own, but I did also know people there, so that really helped me. Um, but yeah, like, I kind of explained to him that situation, and I was like, yeah, I wish I would have known this. Like, when you get to school, like, you can do business clubs and stuff like that. Like, that will really help you, and like whatever. Um, and he was like, wow, like, you know, thank you so much for all this information, whatever, like, let me get your information, so like you can be like my mentor. Like, I feel like all like these people like have mentors and like people to guide them through, and like, yeah, like, I would love if you could do that for me. And I was like, oh my god, like, me? Oh, is you good? Like, what the fuck? I'm sorry. Like, are you okay? Like, you and me? You want me to guide you in your future? Oh, okay. That's a little scary. But yeah, but it was really nice though. I was like, oh my god. He was like, yeah, when you make it out the cut, like, I don't know what he fucking said. He was like, oh, when you make it out, like, don't forget about me. And I was just like, oh my god. Like, it's just so weird to have somebody say those like things about you when you don't think them about yourself, or at least I didn't think them about myself. And I was like, wow, like, let me say this. People, you don't know. I saw this on fucking social media. It's like, you don't know how many people look at you and actually admire you and think all these things about you and think so highly of you, and you just would never even know. You would never know, because it's like, we inherently, I think it's very human to not think. I mean, everybody has their moments, and like, maybe some people are a little bit more like into themselves than others, you know what I mean? But it's like, you genuinely don't think the things that other people think about you, and you are your own worst critic. Like, and that is the biggest thing, and I think that is the biggest thing I struggle with personally. It's like, I am literally so hard on myself sometimes, and I talked about this last episode. It's like, now, instead of just being hard on myself and not changing anything, I'm challenging myself to prove I don't have to be so hard on myself, and I can do things and whatever. But it's like, you genuinely don't realize like how many people admire you, like how many people, like, you could look at someone and think, oh my god, I love their outfit, oh my god, they're so pretty, oh my god, like, they're so smart, they're so intelligent, they're so, it could be anything. And like, I think that about people sometimes. I'll like look at people and be like, wow, like, whatever, just complimenting them in my head. And it's just crazy, because once you like start to shift your perspective on that and be like, yeah, like, I not run around thinking, oh, all these people think this about me, I'm so whatever, and like being egotistical, but like, just in the sense of like easing up on yourself a little bit, you know what I mean? Because it's like, people, you wouldn't even think to know how many people think nice things about you and believe in yourself and believe in you more than you believe in yourself, you know what I mean? And so like, that's just been something I've been kind of like telling myself, because it's true. And like, that interaction, like, I thought about it, like, it was just so crazy to me. I was like, what the hell? Like, and then like, I was thinking, I was like, damn, like, we don't really even understand that we are our worst critics, and there's people that actually value and appreciate everything that we know and do. Okay, sorry, I had to go get something. But anyways, yeah, I think I'm gonna wrap it up. Thanks for listening to my little life update. Also, I'm like trying to post like things on Instagram to make the feed look cool and fun and then I like get up on here and talk about like real shit, and it's like, girl, what the fuck. But anyways, with that being said, I'm gonna try and do like, this was just a life update because I actually like didn't do this shit last week, and to be honest, like I almost didn't do this week. But yeah, so I'm gonna start doing the little YouTube vids. Like, I don't know why I'm saying any of this, nobody cares, but you know, I'm just trying to hold myself accountable. And I'm so fucking tired. Like, I literally have to go to bed. I'm so tired right now. But yeah, to Meccan next week. And yeah, I'm gonna try to get some people on here and make this fun and interesting for everybody. And talk about something funny. But I just needed to do this little update. I'll probably do another episode later this week for shits and gigs. But yeah. Bye.